Are you, like many other people, not entirely satisfied with your life and what you have achieved to date? Would you also like to have a more satisfying life in which both human relationships and the economic situation are better? In this video, we will talk about the powerful mirror principle and how, by making it yours, your life will change completely and forever. To do this, we will use a Zen story and work on our spiritual growth. But before continuing, if you are new to the channel, subscribe, turn on notifications, and share the video. In this way, you will help us produce new valuable content every day. And now, make yourself comfortable and stay until the end, because the following story will open the doors to change and will allow you, if you really want it, to achieve your goals. In a picturesque mountain town, there lived a young woman named Alina. His life was clouded by a persistent darkness, a sense of loss and negativity that seemed to have no end. He woke up every morning with a heavy heart and a shadow in his eyes, unable to find joy in everyday life. His spirit longed for an answer, a guide out of the labyrinth of his emotions. And so, with a heart heavy with sadness, he decided to seek enlightenment from a wise Buddhist monk, known throughout the region as Basho. Stories about Basho and his wisdom spread among the villagers and the entire region, like a ray of hope in the dark night of many suffering souls. Outside the town, among winding roads and silent forests, stood the Basho Hermitage, a place of peace where restless spirits could find solace and clarity. And it is precisely in this enchanted place where Alina decided to embark on her inner journey to find herself and start living again. Upon arriving at the Hermitage, Alina was kindly received by Basho, an elderly man with bright eyes that reflected the depth of his soul and his knowledge. With humility in her heart, the girl told the monk her fears and anxieties, her relentless search for happiness and meaning. And Basho, with measured and patient words, decided that it was time to tell him about one of the most powerful principles that existed, the mirror principle. Dear Elena, one of the most powerful principles of reality that has the power to completely transform your life forever is the mirror principle, Basho said with a voice as warm as the spring sun. This great transformation does not involve techniques or strategies that require a specific action. This principle is linked to the person you want to become. For example, if your desire is to be happy, the truth is that you simply have to be happy on the inside before this manifests on the outside. The same goes if you want to get rich or become the best professional in your field. Otherwise, you'll keep jumping from place to place thinking the problem is yours, never finding the key that will really get you where you want to go. Basho, making sure Elena was following him closely, continued instructing her. The first key to this principle is that if you do not change internally, nothing externally will change. This is the fundamental essence of the mirror principle. If you master this principle, your life will truly change. Elena took Basho's words to heart and began her inner journey. Every morning he spent time visualizing his new identity, immersing himself in the sensations and emotions of that desired reality. He repeated the affirmations that the monk had dictated to him, and he did so with faith and conviction, allowing those words to permeate his being and become as hard as rocks that not even time could have scratched. As the months passed, Elena began to see changes in her life. The people around her responded with kindness and affection, and opportunities previously invisible began to unfold before her. But above all, Elena began to feel a transformation inside her. The sadness and insecurity dissipated, giving way to a new awareness and self-esteem. One day, after months of practice and dedication, Elena returned to Basho with her eyes shining with joy. "Master, I have followed your teachings," he said gratefully. I changed my inner image and my outer world slowly transformed. I am grateful for the gift of the mirror principle that you shared with me. Basho smiled at her, recognizing the young woman's courage and determination. Always remember, Elena, that the power of the mirror lies in your ability to see your true essence and reflect it in the outside world. Continue to cultivate your new identity, and you will see that happiness will grow even more in your life.
And what do you think of what you've heard so far? Do you think this is an impossible principle to apply? Write it in the comments and let's talk about it. And now let's continue.
Elena thanked the old monk, and upon leaving the hermitage, knew that she had discovered the secret of change, the mirror principle. Every day she continued to cultivate her new identity, aware that happiness was not a goal to achieve, but rather an experience to constantly create in her heart and in the world around her. The girl, excited about her new life, was determined to share Basho's wisdom with others so that they too could discover the power of the mind and the mirror principle. Her spiritual and personal growth was a precious gift that she would never stop sharing to better herself and also those around her. And the people, in turn, gladly adopted the mirror principle. Many residents began to practice it in their daily lives, and the change spread quickly. People realized the link between their view of themselves and the world around them, how only by changing their internal beliefs could they change surrounding events and relationships with others. The Zen story of Elena and Basho became an example of how each individual could change their reality through personal growth and understanding the mirror principle. His story spread far beyond the town, inspiring many people seeking spiritual growth and emotional well-being. The motivational videos Elena shared about her experience went viral, and the world was captivated by the depth of her wisdom. The town's history became a legend, a constant reminder of the importance of emotional intelligence and emotional balance. Elena continued her spiritual path, facing new challenges and learning more and more about spirituality and the law of attraction.
If you are enjoying this video, we invite you to like and share it. In this way, you will help us produce new content for your spirituality every day.
As the world continued to change and evolve, with all the ugliness that entailed, his testimony remained a beacon of hope and inspiration for anyone trying to change their reality and live in peace. But what does the story of Elena and Monk Basho teach us? This inner change can truly transform our external world, and therefore the results we obtain and the achievement of the inner peace to which we aspire. And the mirror principle teaches us that if we really want and commit, each of us can radically change our vision of ourselves and the world, making our dreams come true while respecting our essence. What do you think of the principle we talked about? And what are you doing specifically to improve your life? Write it in the comments and let's talk about it together.